Hey everyone, it's Lindey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk all about the importance of pricing when you are creating your eBay listings. I thought that this would be a really good topic for discussion because pricing in your eBay listings is a lot more important than I think people realize. Not only does the price ensure that you are making profit on the item after you sell it, but it's also keeping the market prices healthy. It helps make sure that you don't leave any money on the table, and pricing can also assist you in having a healthy sell-through rate. Even with knowing the importance of how to price your items correctly, it is not an easy task. How do you make sure you're not pricing your item too low? How do you know you're pricing your item too high? What if there's no price comps to compare it to? Or what if there is way too many price comps and you can't settle on a figure? There are a lot of factors that can make it a very confusing process to find a number to settle on. So in today's video, I just want to go over with you exactly how I look at comps for pricing items on eBay and give you some advice based on my own personal experiences. The main point I wanted to bring up in today's video is that you cannot simply pull prices out of thin air. Current market price matters, and current sold prices matter as well. So for that reason, I will take you into my computer and I will look up some real life examples of some items. We'll look at comps together and I will talk through my entire thought process when it comes to finding that sweet spot for pricing. Because really, I feel like that's the best way that I can help, is to actually look at real life examples and talk through my entire thought process when it comes to actually scrolling through the comps and what price I might decide to pick based on those. Before we go into looking at actual comps on the computer, I do also want to bring up how important it is that you know what your break-even number is on a listing. The reason why I bring this up is because I've looked at a lot of eBay stores over the years, and I do notice that there are a lot of listings where there is no possible way that seller is actually making money. I think a lot of the times some sellers, especially newer sellers, get in this habit of pricing their item in a way that they feel is the absolute most competitive listing on the market just so that they can get their item to sell, and not necessarily realizing that after that transaction concludes, they're actually losing money and it wasn't even worth the effort regardless of how fast the item sold. Although I will say I did do a video where I talked all about how sellers make money selling things for $5 and free shipping. It just might not be in the way that you think. I will make sure to link that video down in the video description, and in that video I discussed one of the reasons why sellers sell items so cheap. It's because maybe they're not necessarily looking to make profit on items. Maybe they're just needing to build up their feedback, or they're needing to decrease defects for their top rated seller status. So I'm not saying that there might not be a reason why a seller would sell something at a low enough price point to where they're actually going in the hole. They might have their own reasons for doing that. But if you're a newer seller that is still learning how to find your pricing, you're still trying to figure out shipping and fees, I wanted to bring that up because if you don't know what your break-even pricing is, it is going to be very, very difficult to make money selling online. A really handy tool that I think could help you out for finding your break-even price is a free app that I use all of the time called Sale Calc. I've brought this up in a lot of recent YouTube videos, and I know that a lot of you were saying that you were having trouble finding the app. So Sale Calc, I think, is only for iOS or Apple phones. If you have an Android, you might have to look up a similar app, but I know that they exist. There's a lot of free eBay calculator apps out there. Just do a simple app search for free eBay profit calculator and you should find one that works for you. I tried my best to find a link to put in the video description to hopefully take you exactly to the app for download, and I just couldn't locate one. So I would suggest just doing a simple search for eBay profit calculator and you should be able to find one. Now, before we run an example to find out what a break-even price on something would be, I do want to say that this Sale Calc app does not exactly give you a 100% accurate result, because when this calculator was developed, it was based off of a certain percentage in final value fees, a certain percentage in PayPal fees and a transaction fee. And if you're on eBay managed payments or some fees have gone up since then, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but it can be close enough to give you a really good idea. So just because we're doing an example, I'm going to say a buy it now price of $5. I'm going to say an item cost of, I don't know, $2.15, estimated shipping cost of $3.08. Let's take a look at our results. So this actually tells us if you want to net $1, you should have a sale price of $7.43. So if we didn't want to have a profit, our break even would be $1 less than that, which would be $6.43. If you paid $2.15 for cost of goods, estimated $3.08 for a shipping label, after all of your fees, your break even would be roughly $6.43. Anything above $6.43 would be profit. So if you are looking at comps, which we are about ready to head on over into my computer and do, if you're looking at comps and you're getting some pricing ideas, just take 1 minute, punch those numbers into any eBay profit calculator and see if you will be making profit. If you're not going to be making profit, you might have to be pricing a little bit higher, because we are not in this business to lose money or break even. We are in this business to actually make money. So if you're just pulling numbers out of thin air without any regard for comps, or if you're just pricing yourself at the bottom of the comp list, you could be giving stuff away and losing money. Now I'm going to take you guys into my computer and we are going to look at some real life price comps. And while we're doing that, I'll be able to talk you through my entire thought process, why I'm thinking certain prices based on what I'm seeing, and hopefully it gives you guys some ideas on how to find your sweet spot in pricing. All right, so I have a few items sitting over here next to me. Let's take a look and see what we should price them at. So the first thing I have here is a Duke Cannon Prescott cologne. I'm just typing in the barcode. I do like to search things based on barcode, so I make sure that I find the exact item. Normally I would be using a barcode scanner. However, it is downstairs with Angie right now, so I'm just going to type those in. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna look at is the active comps. The reason why active is just as important as sold comps is because we wanna know what the current competition is doing right now. Because if the sold listings are for one wild price and then active listings are for something completely different, we need to know that. Because these are all listed right now and these can sell at any moment. So let's see here, we've got, let's see, around $16 with free shipping, around $14 with free shipping, $23, $13, $99, $20, $23, $24 for two of them, $28. I like the way this person is thinking. They're thinking go big or go home. But it honestly looks like this is the same seller, although this one is oh, they're both sponsored. They look like the same seller, don't they? Oh, it's because this is Sawtooth and this is Prescott. That's why there's two different prices. I was kind of thrown aback there for a minute there. Let's see, 3 for $49. Okay, so we have kind of a general idea. Let's take a look at sold prices and see what they're actually selling for. So we have one here that's just under 15. This one was an auction for $12.50. Let's see, that was a best offer with $5 shipping. 14, 14, 16. Okay, there's, oh, that was the one for two for 24. Okay, so it looks like the more expensive ones that are active are not having as much luck selling as the cheaper ones are, which, I mean, come on, let's face it. People want the best possible price, but I do not want to be the lowest price. I don't like to be the lowest price for a couple of different reasons. The main one being when you start undercutting all of your competition, that can result in markets tanking. I don't want to be partially responsible for a market tanking. That could be the reason why maybe these were really worth, you know, $28, $30 at one point. But then we have a whole bunch of sellers coming in here with $12 and $13 prices, and that just absolutely annihilates the market prices for sellers. So for that reason alone, I do not like to have the cheapest price. Also, I do think that there is something to be said about the thought process of buyers, because having the lowest price could be a turnoff to some buyers. Maybe they wonder what's wrong with it. Is it opened? Is it used? They might be turned off by being the cheapest price. So based on what I've seen here, I've seen a price range from 12 or 13 all the way up to 28. I would be comfortable pricing somewhere around $20, but that is not where I'm going to stop, because I also accept offers and I will run frequent sales. So for that reason, I might add, I don't know, maybe another 15% to the price, which means I'm going to price somewhere around $23, including the shipping cost. So that is where I would get that price from. I like to find a really healthy middle, and then I will add just a little bit more to the top, maybe say 10 or 15%, because I do run frequent sales of anywhere from 5 to 10% off. And then I also send out offers and I accept offers. So now let's take a look at another example of an item. All right, so we are looking at this Ear Itch MD Nighttime Intensive Soothing Spray. So I do have multiples of these, so I could do a single, or I could do like a 2-pack or a 3-pack. So I'm just gonna kind of get an idea of what the average selling price is per item. So we've got, let's see, current active, a 2-pack for 17, 2-pack for 20, 2-pack for 20, one for almost 12, one for 10. That looks like the same seller again. Both sponsored ads. What's the thought process here? 2 separate listings. I don't know. I don't know why some sellers do what they do. I'd like to know the logic. Let me know down in the comments. Why do you think the same seller would have the same item at 2 different price points, both sponsored? Do you think they're running a test? Maybe. See which one sells. I don't know. Perhaps. Here's a 2-pack for 17, a 2-pack for 13, a 2-pack for 12. Oh my gosh, some people, see, this is what's called tanking price. See, we started up here at, $17 or $20 for 2. And then the further we go down, we've got $12 for 2. Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, that's what starts the price tanking, because then someone else could come and go, I want to sell mine even faster, so I'm going to price mine at 11. And someone else says, I'm going to price mine at 10. And that's what makes the prices tank. That's another reason why I do not like to be the absolute lowest price. Here's 2 for 15. Okay, so we got kind of an idea. Let's take a look at the sold comps. All right, so here's 17 plus $4 shipping, so that's roughly $21. There's a single for 9, single for $8.50. Ugh, 2 for 10. That price is so low. Roughly 9, 2 for 20. So if I'm selling one, it looks like I could probably get away with roughly $10 for a single, or maybe 2 for 20. That seems to be fair. But remember, I always like to add a little bit, because I'm going to run sales and I'm going to do offers, send offers, and accept offers. So if we want to say 10 for a single, then I'll probably add another, say, I don't know, maybe 15%. So I'm probably going to, if I was to price a single, I would probably price the single at $11.88. That's what I would do. I would say $11.88 for one. That would be my price. If I was going to do 2, I would probably say $21.88 for 2 bottles. So that is how I would price this item. Let's take a look at something else. All right, so now we're looking at a Conair all-in-one trimmer. So let's see here. We've got, there's a listing from Best Buy for $39.99. So this is brand new. So we'll be making sure that we're paying attention to used versus new. It looks like there's only 12 current listings connected to this UPC. If I searched based on title, I'd probably get some more results back, but not a lot of competition of this item. So that's nice. Whoa, holy Toledo, $69.95. That does not look, is that the same? I don't, is it? Yeah, I'm looking at the box. It is the same. Why is this one so much more expensive? 56.16, 34, 27, 24, 33, 33, 25, 55. Whew. I want to see if any of those really super high ones are actually selling. Now I'm curious. All right, so one for $17.50 sold. Duh. Who's not going to buy that one? That was probably the cheapest one. 25, 26.99. Oh, and that's it. Those are the only three. So I would not be comfortable pricing for any less than about this price point, because if we go back to the current actives, let's see, so I think like $27 would be the lowest I'd be comfortable. Because see, like right here, right up at the top of the search, we have one for 40. We have one for 34. There's another one for $26.99. This one got the little great price seal of approval because it is the cheapest. 33, 33. So if I were to price this, I really like the $30 range price point. I would maybe think about doing something like $36 including pricing, but then I'm going to add roughly 15%. No, I think that's a little too high. I think my magic price would be $39.88. So it is a hair under this seller here, but it's still higher than these guys over here. So I'm still not the absolute lowest price, but something else that I am paying attention to and something else I am noticing is that it doesn't look like this seller is doing best offer. This seller is not doing best offer. This one is. This one is. So it looks like this one is not. So it looks like all of the sellers that are above $30, they are doing best offer, which so am I, and the ones doing under $30 are not doing best offer. So I think that that could give me an edge above the sellers that are selling in the $20 price range, because I offer best offer and they don't. So I think on this item, I would pick a price of roughly $39.88, and I would just plan to run sales and accept offers. All right, this is fun. Let's do another one. All right, so now we're looking at some Mucinex Fastmax Cold and Flu. So I wanted to make sure that we would take a look at something like supplements or vitamins or over-the-counter medicines, because it seems like the markets on these fall so fast, and I just don't understand it sometimes. So these, if I'm not mistaken, sell in the store per box at least $10 or more per box. It might even be more like $13 or $14 per box if you were just like walk into Walmart. But here, look, someone is selling 3 for $11.48 with free shipping. What in the world? That is under $4 a box. That's roughly, I don't know, 65% off from just walking into Walmart and buying it. I don't understand why the market prices on these tank so low. I mean, I do know that there are expiration dates to be considered. One of the only caveats to when I will be the absolute cheapest price out there is if I'm really, really trying to move out something that's about ready to expire. That's about the only time that I will go ahead and be the lowest price. So I don't know if people are just trying to move their product because they're about ready to expire. But man, I would not be comfortable with that price point. I would feel like I am, look, oh my gosh. But at least this is closer to $10 for a box, but $3.33 plus $4.99 shipping. So let's take a look at the sold comps. There's 3 for $14, that's a little better. 2 for $8, oy vey. There's 3 for $11.48, 2 for $12, 4 for $15. So I think the lowest I would want to sell this for would be $10 plus 15%. So I would probably price mine around $11.44 or maybe $11.88 and then expect to take offers or run sales. If this were at risk of expiring and I needed to move it out within the next 30 days, then and only then would I go for a price point very, very similar to this. I would probably shoot for about $8. I might price it at maybe $8.88 and then run sales and accept offers on it, but only if it was at risk of expiring. See right here, this doesn't expire for a while and they're selling it at a really low price point. So that would be my thought process with something like this. All right, let's do one more example. All right, so now we're looking at one of these finishing touch flawless hair remover devices. So I can tell you that the one I am looking at is not this exact one. I think it's because it's a UPC issue. Maybe the UPC is tied to multiple shades. The one I'm looking at is more of a blue, and this one is a teal. Well, I guess it says blue here, but mine doesn't look like that. But anyways, I digress. This is more of what mine looks like. So we've got a price point of $13.99. There's an $11.99, $13.50. There's a $17.40. Oh, see, there's another color. Yeah, it must just be that the UPC is tied to multiple colors. Yeah, there's $14.99, $13.99 plus shipping. Okay, let's take a look at what the sold comps look like. All right, we've got an $18.99, $15.50. Again, I'm trying to just look at the ones that are my color. I'm just gonna skip over all of these. $15, $15.99, $15. So there's two for $20, $13, $15. Okay, so it looks like $15 is a pretty competitive price point because it looks like a lot are selling for around the $15 price point. So I would want to go just a little bit hair above them just to try to squeeze out as much profit as possible. Because remember, I do take offers. So the price that we are choosing for this listing, this is if someone was just to walk up and buy it. If they were just to click the buy now button and pay for it, this would be the price that we're hoping to get for it. But we're still going to be considering offers and we're still going to be running sales. So I would want to squeak out a little bit more, say $15.88, and then I'm going to just add in another 15%. So let's see, $18.26 is what we come out to. So I might price it somewhere around $18.50 or $18.88 and expect to run a whole bunch of sales or do, best offer, send out really good offers. But I mean, if I was able to get $14 or $15 for this, it would be right in line with the market. Before I get out of here, I just want to give one quick thank you to the sponsor of today's video. Wholesale Ninjas has been a primary supplier for merchandise in my eBay store for almost 2 years now, and they were actually where I sourced the merchandise that we looked up in today's comps. They are the only liquidation company out there that I feel comfortable promoting to my viewers because without a doubt, they have the best quality control of any liquidation company that I have ever worked with. Because when it comes to liquidation, it is not uncommon to get a bunch of damaged merchandise that you cannot sell. Wholesale Ninjas has been the only company I've sourced merchandise with where nearly 100% of the products that get delivered to me, I can list and sell. And that's because they really live up to their name. It's the only place that I can get wholesale quality product for a liquidation price. They don't just throw a bunch of merchandise in boxes and ship it out, letting things potentially arrive damaged. They actually take their time and a lot of care in packaging their items so it arrives safely to you with very, very minimal damage. So all you have to do is just open up the box and start listing right away. They also specialize in health and beauty, which is my favorite category to list in. And with pallets, they do something that I have never seen any other liquidation company do. They actually offer what is called a pallet breakdown service. Now, not every pallet that they have qualifies for this service, but for a flat fee, they actually break down the pallet into smaller, more manageable boxes and ship those boxes via ground, which is always cheaper and faster than having to pay for freight delivery. It's these little things that they do that are really big things to us resellers, and I really appreciate them for that. Because they are a partner of my YouTube channel and they are sponsoring today's video, I do also have a coupon code for them. I actually have 2 coupon codes if you hurry. So Lindey25 is a $25 coupon that gets you $25 off of anything on the Wholesale Ninjas website, but I don't know how fast you clicked on this video. They are still running their June special that expires the last day of June, which is in like a day or two. Up until June 30th, you can get free shipping on their cosmetics lots and an additional 5% off if you use code LindeyJune. That is just for the cosmetics lot, so if you're not really interested in cosmetics, which y'all know I love cosmetics, you can use the Lindey25 coupon code instead. Thank you again to Wholesale Ninjas for sponsoring today's video, and thank you guys for watching. If you like this video and videos like it, please do remember to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and ring the notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I post a new video. Don't forget to check the video description. I will put a lot of useful information in there as well as anything that I referenced in this video. And if you have any questions or comments, please do feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you with my next video. Bye-bye.